Eso with $2 says, how do you like my old boss covering you every night? I think it shows desperation. I think it shows dishonesty. And I think it shows that the wheels are falling off. Anytime someone is dying, they reach out to Steel Toe for a lifeline. We've seen it so many times before. And it always makes me smile behind the scenes. It makes me go, oh, there's trouble in paradise. Things ain't going so well. The money ain't going so well, and we just keep swimming along. I think I've gotten a lot of DMs behind the scenes from your old boss about how grateful he was that I supported him and I got his back during that whole ESO thing. So to see him really need money and have to turn kind of like go, oh no, I'm a Steel Toe critic guy now when I don't ever talk about you, I think shows maybe something that's in his nature, perhaps in his DNA, where he can't help but turn like a snake. So I know, put it this way, I know what it is. I know it's not genuine, and it shows he's in trouble. And I do get a perverse enjoyment out of that. Thank you, Eso. Are you ready?
Yeah, but before we play it, I will say this from experience, like, when I see three people I don't know, they're like, oh, we're comedians, and we're like, you're in a comedic circle, but they're like gossiping hens. So I always like have your salt shaker ready because you may need a few grains with this one. I don't know.
Chad Buzamok in the chat is going to say that you're sweeping for Corey Adam and Chad Zumach in advance.
No, I actually have personal experience with comedic circles that are so petty and jealous about shit that to get back at some other people, they will start making up shit about you and pursuing you. Because remember what happened right before Corey?
Didn't somebody say like you or something?
No, not even that. They were saying I was being what was it? I was being like too forward and flirty with the other like girl comedians, and one person complained that when she asked how should I introduce you, I said, oh well, you could do whatever you want. If you want, you can rip on me, I'll get off on it. And what I said was to that particular person, I was like, oh, I don't care how you introduce me. If you rip on me for being a handicapped person, I'm a masochist, so it's not a problem. Like, so they like twisted words, and they used the fact that like one person I said that to about opening for me, like, or not opening, but again, at an open mic, I said you could make fun of me. That was pretty much the gist of it. But they turned it into this hand washing stuff because they wanted me, because again, this was all Max retribution bullshit. They wanted me to go on air on your show on the radio and apologize to them for the allegations they had made. And it was this whole big, stupid nothing burger. What it equated to is gossiping hens, twisting stories, and making up shit so that way I'll come on here and apologize for nothing. Like they cornered me at Corey Adams' comedy show before I went up to do that back when he had the Sisyphus Brewing thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. I'm about to go do a set. And again, it was all tied up in that bullshit. And it was all holdover stuff because they assumed I was some sort of plant of yours because I met them after I met you. Like I met you at a comedy thing that Adrian brought me to. And then you and Adrian were like, here, go to the open mic and do the open mic and get your chops and all that. I started going to the open mic. They assumed, again, all on their fault. They assumed I was a just out of high school kid because I'd walk in with my walker and my parents. So they're like, oh, this guy's parents are bringing him. He's not even in college. And so when I'm like, no, dude, I'm like 32. They're like, wait a minute, what the f-? And then when they find me, remember when you had your showdown with Max?
Yeah.
That's when they put the link together because I was sitting in the audience and Max walked up to me. He goes, you ready to go up and do your set? I'm like, sure, dude. What part of the rotation am I in? And then he just kind of looked at me funny, like he was expecting me to be like, oh no, I can't go do a set. You can't offer me 5 minutes in front of an audience. And then when you came in, I literally went, dude, did you get that love letter I sent you or what? Because you came walking in with Zach. And because I put a letter in your mailbox at the radio station back then.
Okay.
And anyways, then you had a moment for like 5 seconds where you pulled me aside after the Max Weir's comedy thing. And you're like, this guy's funny and blah, blah, blah. They started thinking I was your brother right then and there. And then they were like, oh, he's a steel toe plant and he's a snake in the grass. And then they all started hating me and I'm a dick because literally I know you. Then things speedballed when you had me on your show and I started filling in for Whiskey Pete and they all lost their shit. If this is annoying.
Not annoying. I know that this is coming from a very deep personal place.
Right, but it's boring as shit.
No, it's not that it's boring. I was just going to ask you, like, how, because I just realized, like, how did we get here?
Because we're talking about Corey Adam, and I was saying that when I see three dudes that are just, from the comedy circuit that I've never seen, that I don't know, I'm willing to take the story with a grain of salt because they're all gossiping hen.
I do find it interesting that even when it was local and it was on radio, or if it's on internet, I make all these people so paranoid that they think I'm doing these 4D chess moves. And they don't understand, like, how Don Draper I am about the whole thing, where I go, guys,
I don't even think
about you at all. Like, they all have these theories, like, Aaron's doing this, like the radio thing. Like, Aaron's got Johnny as a plant. Like, I'm insulted that you think I need Johnny as a plant to handle the pipsqueak that is Max Weirs, which I handled him at his own show so bad that they had to stop him from trying to hit me with a chair because I had humiliated him so badly. And it's like all these other people online. It's like, you smoke them by not even talking about them, and then they think there's some kind of paranoid conspiracy about it, like Aaron's using this or that. It's like, bro, I'm sorry. Aaron's not thinking about you. I know you're giving all this energy to Aaron, so you think he has to be giving it back to you, because if he's not giving it back to you, you might wander around and think, holy shit, I'm mentally ill for giving Aaron this much energy. I have terrible news for you. It's the latter. You're mentally ill. I'm not thinking about it, buddy.
And the best part about all
and
their
if I need to handle you, I don't need to use an intermediary. All of you have always been this big to me that I'm just on another level from you in ability to do this. That's all. My average numbers are better. My max numbers are better. I mean, you could try restreaming. Maybe it'll help you a little more, but like, I crush all of them. I don't talk about them. They're not on my level. I don't need to use Johnny, whether it's Max or whether it's anybody else.
Right.
I either handle my business or I go, a lion does not concern himself with the opinions of sheep. That's it. So,
well, the fun part for me is it's like in all of these supposed events, I'm like, so you're saying this person couldn't walk away? And then every single thing is like, oh, this story is someone saying this happened. It's like, right, but I've hung out with this person in real life and I've never seen any of that behavior.
Well, dude, Max got accused of being a legit.
I wonder why that's the accusations they went to first. It's what they know.
To the point where he had to move and change his name.
I do not know.
I know he moved. I think he had to change his name too.
I know all of my accusers suffered stuff of their own where it's like, oh, I see why you were accusing because that was a projection thing.
Oh, they all got accused of being a creepy pants?
No, they all had stuff in their life.
Stuff.
Duke had some issues, and I think his family life fell apart.
I don't know what a Duke is.
Chris Duke. He was the vocal one. He was the mouthpiece for everything happening. Like, he went to Corey Adam to talk to Corey Adam, and he's the one who's like, I've got all these stories. And
again, I'm sitting here in my ivory tower. I don't remember any of these people.
And that's why I'm saying you can't, like, if you get into the weeds of this drama bullshit with these circles,
right.
Like, these cliques have all of this stupid crap, and every single person in these cliques are the kind of people that go on, and I'm one of these people too, before anyone's like, oh, Johnny thinks he's better than, no. I'm saying I'm one of these people too that went on open mics and was a nobody.
No, that's me. I think I'm better than these people. That's the weirdest part is, like, you tell me these names, and these people were so invested, like we were in a feud or we were in a fight of some kind, and then you go, yeah,
I don't even remember him.
It was this guy. I'm like, I don't know that guy's name. Like, right. there's another guy for 2 years who, like, honestly has like a Selena fan level obsession where he thinks we're in a relationship. Never seen the guy, never talked to the guy, never nothing. Thinks we're in like a relationship, and as SP puts it, is like, this guy thinks he's like sitting in the chair of your house watching you. And like, he has a right to like just watch you and see what you're doing on a daily basis and live your life with you like a skinwalker. It's like, yeah. And
it's a little weird.
And these people think they're the normal ones, and you just let them think that, and just, slowly back away like Bruno Kirby in the Coke deal in Donnie Brasco.